Today I'm going to tell you all about the Jenny Jones Show murder. Back in the 90s, daytime talk shows were really popular, and I'm pretty sure I watched every single one of them. Not just Jenny Jones. There was Montel Williams, Sally Jessy Raphael, Jerry Springer, Maury, Ricky Lake, Oprah, Donahue. Anyways, one day in 1995, the Jenny Jones Show advertised that they were looking for anybody who had a secret crush on somebody of the same sex as them. So Scott Amedure decided to call into the show, and he wanted to let everybody know that he had a crush on his friend Jonathan. Scott was out to everybody he knew, his family and friends, and he was good friends with Jonathan and their mutual friend named Donna. The three of them would go out regularly and hang out and go out for drinks and all of that kind of thing. Scott wanted to sort of use this show as a way to see if Jonathan was interested in him as well. So then Jonathan got a call from the Jenny Jones Show a few days later saying, somebody has a secret crush on you. It could be a man or a woman. It's somebody that you know. Would you like to come on the show? And we will, reveal on stage who has this crush on you. Are you interested? Jonathan agreed, and he flew out to do the taping of the show. First, Jenny Jones brought out Scott and Donna onto the stage first. And Jenny Jones was going through and asking Scott to talk about, why he liked Jonathan and what some of his fantasies were. They really kind of built it up, this whole, story. And then they brought Jonathan on the stage. And when he first walked out, he just saw two of his friends there, and he didn't know which one of them had the crush on him. But pretty soon, they revealed it's actually Scott. What do you think of that? And you can see that he kind of laughs and he smiles about it, but it's really awkward for him. So he says, I'm definitely heterosexual. So Scott kind of changes his expression a bit, and seems disappointed. But, the whole segment, it doesn't seem like anybody's angry or offended. The three of them even went out later that evening to go out for drinks. But 3 days later, Scott would end up dead. In part for the show, I said the three of them went out for drinks and everything was fine. They actually flew back on their plane home together. And 3 days later, apparently somebody left a note on Jonathan's front doorstep. I don't know exactly what the note said, but apparently it was very suggestive. And he assumed that it was Scott who had written this note. Whatever the note said, it really upset Jonathan. And he went out and he withdrew money and he bought himself a gun and he went right over to Scott's home. He confronted Scott and asked him if he had written the note. Scott apparently smiled or smirked or something. So Jonathan went back to his car and grabbed the gun. When Scott saw the gun, he picked up whatever he had laying there in his mobile home. There was like a wicker chair, and he kind of held it up to defend himself. But Jonathan shot him twice in the chest, killing him. Jonathan then left and called 911, confessing immediately to what he had just done. Even on the 911 call, you can hear him saying, I did this because I was humiliated on the Jenny Jones Show. Jonathan went on trial, and the prosecution tried to get first-degree murder since he had bought the gun in advance. It seemed premeditated. However, they managed to get it down to second degree. The defense team actually used something called the gay panic defense, which is a sort of way of saying somebody can be so humiliated, so offended and upset by same-sex advances that it causes them to have temporary insanity. And so that can be a defense of murder. That doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, that's what happened. So he got second degree murder and he was sentenced to 25 to 50 years, although he got out after 20 years already. A lot of people, including Scott's family members, like his brother, blame the show. Jenny Jones had to go on the stand. They were really trying to say that the show was at fault for putting everybody in this position. Scott's family even managed to sue Jenny Jones Show and Warner Brothers and received $25 million, although they've never gotten any of the money.